everybody, and welcome back here on Eiersholt farm. It is the very first morning on the very first day of winter, and as you can see, the snow has fallen already. So I'm just gonna get up to the tractor. I was gonna head up and start clearing out the cows, but we need to try and get some salt spread on this area. It's still a little bit dark here in the morning. It's very cold, so I'm gonna get into the tractor as quickly as I can and get some salt spread out. I don't think it's lying that thick yet. That's a little bit better. Get the heating going in this thing. But we got some salt loaded up into our salt spreader here on the back, and I'm just going to try and take it down the path and see if we can get at least a little bit of an area cleared out here, so we're not going to be sliding all over. A little bit into the cows here, but obviously I don't want to end up spreading salt into their field and stuff like that, but just a little bit to help keep it clear here should do. Oh dear, we are sliding already. I don't think we need to take bales out today, but we'll make a little path down at least. Be helpful to clear a little bit of a path to the house as well. As usual, somebody's left the door open, so better not spray salt all the way into the house. Okay, yeah, so our first salt operation, and we pretty much used a fairly big part of our first bag here on the very first day of winter. But I'm gonna just use up what we got in the spreader here, but otherwise not worry too much about it. It's not a super thick layer of snow right now, so we'll wait till it get a little bit brighter. I'm gonna get the animals fed in the meantime, and then we're gonna see how the weather behaves, because I wouldn't mind starting to look at the grain prices and see if we can get our truck out down here. So I might use the last salt to try and create a path this way, but we'll check back. I'll probably meet you guys in the office when it's a little bit brighter. Right, well, welcome into the office. Oh, it's a bit warmer in here. It's 9 o'clock, but as you might be able to see through the crack in the curtains there, it's actually still not that bright outside. But we're going to take a look at grain prices. I think it might be a good time to start considering selling the rest of our oats, which we don't need for anything else. So here we are on the computer screen. God, if I am sorting oats and price, oh wow, Bayer grain is almost all at 1922. That's a very good price. It is increasing at the watermill, and the garden center is kind of close, but actually not that close. So I think we're gonna get we still got 138,000 liters, so that's at least 2 truckloads that we should try and bring down to Bayer grain today, unless the price start changing dramatically. But I think it'll be good to get that sold out. This time of year is around when the peak of the price is, as long as the snow doesn't get too bad. So we're gonna head back out into the cold, get our truck warmed up. There's one other thing that I want to do, and that is since there's more snow forecast, and it kind of caught us a little bit by surprise. We managed to get salt down this first time around, but I'm gonna get one of the T7s hooked up with the salt spreader and the snow plow, and then parked down this end of the farm. It just means that if and when it starts snowing again, we're not going to get caught out by having the snowplow and everything sitting up there. We'll leave the shed just for now, because we're basically just going to hook those things onto it and then bring it back down again with a full load of salt, of course. And then we'll get over and get our truck warmed up and then we'll get some boats loaded up, and we'll be heading down as long as the roads are clear enough. I think they should be. So here we are. We'll get the front-mounted snowplow on first here. We don't really need to use it on the way down or anything like that, but it's good to have in case we start getting a lot more snow. As you can see, whoa, sliding there already. You can put some work lights on the back here as well, even though it's 9:15 in the morning, it is still dark. There we go, and we'll just get this filled up as much as we can. I have to admit, we burned through that first bag of salt really quickly, and considering they're like 1,900 euros a bag, it's quite expensive. Here are the first flakes of snow. I don't know if that's going to put our grain selling mission into jeopardy. I'm going to keep an eye on it, and we'll still head down and get the truck warmed up. First we'll get this T7 back down so it is at least ready if we need to start doing some pushing of snow or spreading of more salt. Right, that's our MAN truck sitting. I think we better leave it just to warm up a bit. I mean, it's not ridiculously cold, it's -2, but there's no harm in just giving it a minute, because I just want to check. We left the door open over here. We managed to get one of these Rovic Leers plows in, and I still need to get that maintained, so we'll get that sorted while we're here. Good, it wasn't terribly expensive this time. This one is done. At some point we'll get it swapped over with the other one and start bringing some other equipment in. But to be honest, for now, with the snow coming down, I'm just going to leave it in there and close the door. And I think our truck is getting there. We're not going to put it under a lot of pressure straight away. Just going to head up through the yard and pick up our trailer, which is up across from the cow stable. So it might feel a bit odd that we are hauling. Wait, ooh, that's thunder as well. Oh, hope this isn't going to turn into like a blizzard. We can definitely get one load down before it gets too bad, I think. As long as we take it nice and easy. No crazy maneuvers here. Undercover, and just get the top off and start loading up some oats. The temperature is holding fairly steady at -2 degrees, so it's not getting super cold, but of course the snow is starting to fall again, and but there's good money to be made here. So we want to try and get this grain sold if we can. Shift forward a bit so we don't end up overspilling in one particular area. Don't know if you can hear that rumble of thunder, but there is a rumble up in those clouds there. But we're on our way. Good to see that our wheat made it, although of course now it's getting covered in snow, but you can actually see our little seedlings there. They did manage to come through, so although the ground temperature was pretty low when we seeded in the last episode, it was obviously just warm enough. There's even a guy out in his sailing boat at this time of year. Oh, that's got to be pretty chilly out there on the open water. but, well, there's a decent amount of wind, that's for sure. So I don't think we've actually been to the BOR much in this recording series at all, if at all actually. We've been down here by the animal dealer, but we haven't actually been neither to McCain's Potatoes over there, or the BOR, which that's the animal dealer there. Now I'm getting lost myself here in the snow. Everything looks different all of a sudden. But we will get there, it's just down here. Here we are. Now we just got to find, I think the grain sell point is just straight ahead. And see, they've been out clearing their snow. So the dealership should take note and remember to get everything cleared as well. Here we are. They are open and accepting oat. And a good price. 113,000 for the first load. That is very decent. So we're going to head back up. As long as the conditions doesn't deteriorate dramatically, we're simply going to get our second load of oat and get it brought down here as quickly as we can before they start changing their minds on prices. It's a bit narrow going around this way. Maybe I should have just tried to turn around, but I think we can still manage to just sneak out this way. So I'm just going to head up and pick up the next load, and we'll see how the conditions are. And we're back up on the farm. I took the other way coming back. Now that we don't have a full load of grain, I could climb the hill over there without any problems. I didn't particularly want to try and come down a hill if it turned out to be very icy and slippery, which is why we went over the bridge on the way down, and we'll probably do the same for the second round. But making some good money here, which is great. So we've got one more full trailer load of oats to do here, and then before we start selling off any other grain types, we want to make sure we bring some big bags over into the shed next to the pigs, so we know we got some stuff to feed the pigs with. We're not necessarily going to drain all the silos today either, but nonetheless, just make sure everything is working. There we go. Get the tarp over before we head back out into snow. But actually, temperatures even increased a little bit here. It's 20 to 11 in the morning now, and I suppose this what little sun there is out now. So it's warming a little. I don't know if it'll be enough to melt the snow. We'll see how we get on. Back, ready to sell another load of grain. We've actually managed to make just about the same again, so the price is held, which is brilliant. I wasn't sure if it was going to start dropping once we supplied to the market, but that seems good for now. So we're going to head back up, then we're going to get into a telehandler and try and get some of the grain shifted over so it's ready to feed the pigs. Then we'll have a look at prices again, see if there's any more we can sell off at favourable prices today. But I'll see you back up at the farm. Okay, there's a bit of a cold start here, but we're getting going. so we got the truck sitting. I left the engine running on it just to keep it warm right now. We should probably also shift some more manure really from the pile over by the cows. We got most of it cleared away in the last episode, so frankly I can wait right now. The key thing is to get this grain shifted so we know we got a good amount for the cows, but we'll drop the front loader shovel off, or the manure shovel here, just up here, because that's where we're going to be using it next. It's a little bit down by the pigs as well, but it's not too bad yet. At least this road salt is holding up quite well, so quite pleased with that. So what we're gonna do is we got some extra big bags with us here in the cab, so we're gonna put on the overloader here, and I'm gonna fill it up first with some corn, because that is kind of one of the primary feeds for our pigs, and then we'll drop some bags off over in the shed. I hope it's not going to fill up with snow. I've just realized I parked the truck right where we need to be with the overloader as well, but we'll get that sorted in just a second. Shift the truck over to sit here just for now. Snow's still coming down, but it is due to stop at some point. Leave it running still, just keep the engine warm and everything. So the overloader here can carry about 3,000 liters in one go, if I can get it maneuvered into the right place. There we go. So we've got 125,000 liters of corn, so we'll just bring these 3,180 liters over. That's enough for 3 bags. They can sit over in the shed next to the pigs, and then we'll do the same with some grain, wheat or barley, and some oily type of grains, either sunflowers or canola. We'll see how much we got when we get to that bit, but I'll head over with the first lot here. So we're going to be using the yellow shed here next to the pigs. There's absolutely nothing in here. A bit of snow blowing in, but that's okay. At least it's not lying on the ground or anything. Next year, the plan is to use this for some of the root crops. We're gonna start growing some potatoes, so we'll be storing them in here and seeing whether how much of it we can use for pig food, or whether we're gonna be selling some of it as well. But for now, it's gonna be a pretty good place to store some of these bags. So we'll get one of the bags out, we can get space for it. Okay, I seem to be having some difficulties getting these bags in. We'll just try it outside of the building. Maybe it needs to think that it's over clear ground. There we go. And then what we can do is we can simply fill these up. So each bag takes about 1,000 liters. And then what we'll do is we'll drop them off inside the shed here. And then it'll be easier to pick up when we're feeding the pigs here during the winter. So that's one off, and I'll just have to stick the overload outside the building every time, because that's how Farming Simulator works. So obviously we are paying €100 a bag, so we don't necessarily want to like fill the whole shed with them. We can refill them once we have them. We have a couple sitting over that we used to feed the chickens, and so we'll probably generate about 9 here. 3 for corn, 3 for wheat or barley, and 3 for canola, and that will help us keep the pigs fed for hopefully quite a good part of winter. that's all the corn bags done. I'll head over and basically repeat the same process again with some wheat and barley. And here's our third bag of wheat going in. So now we just need some oilseed. So we went for sunflowers. I had a very quick check on my phone there on the market prices, and the canola is fetching a better price than sunflowers right now. So I think we might actually be loading up our canola next for sale once we got these bags here over into the shed, and then put the telehandler back as well. We do also actually have to feed the pigs. We only got straw in this morning so far, so we're a little bit behind on the animal feed here. We'll just get the first bag filled up while we're still outside here, and then we will be able to get them into the shed here, sitting ready. And there we go. That's 9,000 litres of feed for the pigs. It obviously isn't going to necessarily last forever, so we're not going to empty out absolutely everything in the silos as I mentioned before, but it's going to last us a good while, and we still have a little bit of pig food sitting in the mixer that we can use up as well while it's winter, because it's close by the sheds. So that's all good. So looking at the prices for canola, we're getting the best price at the watermill. It's about 60 euros more than at the Bayrock Grain. So we'll be heading up there with 59,000 litres of canola. That'll leave a little bit in the silo that can be used for pig food at some point. So that's all good. Time to climb back in to this nice warm cab at least. So we're full up on canola. It's quite a long drive, and it's a bit of a narrow road to the watermill. I hope it's going to be clear after this snowfall, but I guess we are going to be finding out as we head down and turn off out through the village. Ah, look at a nice little snowman here. Kids must have been out building while the snow was falling. Done a really good job there. That's a nice little touch to the map, I think. I wonder if anybody will ever make a seasons mod where these pedestrians are going to dress more sensibly in winter. I mean, look at this. Here's a lady still wearing shorts. Oh well, maybe it'll warm up. Maybe it's a sign. So we've mainly been out this way to sell wood, and down the road here past the building center, but we're going a little bit further today. So this should be it. The old stream mill, it says, and yes, the road is not clear, it would seem. This could get a little bit dicey. Find our way down here. So I'm kind of only going by the fact that there's an open area here. I can't actually really tell where the road is. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea heading down here on a snowy day. But we still got a little bit of traction here at least, and we're fully loaded, so it should be easy on the way out at least. I assume it's this building up ahead here where we're going to be selling our grain, but I also want to make sure that we don't end up slipping into the stream before we get there. I see our unloading point at least. It most certainly was worth the trip. So 128, almost 129,000 euros. That's pretty good. Now, I have mentioned it in previous episodes. I have set the economic difficulty to easy. That's because as we are progressing Eiersholt map here, I want to be able to make some progress. I want to be able to buy some land and some new machinery and stuff like that. And rather than just sort of cheat in a ton of money, I thought at least, although we are getting paid a somewhat unrealistic price for our grain here, at least it's sort of the fruits of our labor that is helping to pay for that machinery. And it does seem to be going a little bit easier heading out this way. Now that we don't have, 50 tons of grain in the back of this lorry. Can't believe that it seems that the shadows are getting longer and it's starting to get kind of not fully dark, but darker at least. Already at 20 to 2 in the afternoon. This is the part of season I just absolutely love, the fact that we get these kind of variations throughout the year. But we better head back to the farm. So we're back on the farm again. It is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we are probably going to be holding a bit more grain. We'll be trying to sell. We got about 300,000 litres. Oh, that was slightly. We got about 300,000 litres of wheat that we can start getting rid of as well. But I'm not gonna bore you with numerous trips back and forth between a grain mill and the farm here. Instead, in the next episode, we will see how much money. Remember, turn off the light here. It's not so cold now. It's back up to 1 degree. So, there we go. That's better. Now the lights are off. In the next episode, we are going to be looking at how much money we made from selling grain. We're not necessarily going to sell everything right now, but quite a lot of prices tend to have their seasonal peak around winter time. So it's a good time to get it done. Last thing we're going to do today, not this door, the other door, is that we're just going to get the plow shifted out over in the workshop, so we can get the other one in and repaired. Hopefully we are going to be buying at least one new field, looking at the fact that we're over 500,000 already. I'm slightly hopeful that we might be able to buy one, maybe even 2 fields. It depends a little bit on what's in the area. And obviously it's quite likely some of those will need ploughing up, so we want our ploughs in working order. The first one here is all sorted, and the other one is sitting over in the shed, so we're just going to get these swapped out, and we can work on the next one. And basically through winter we'll try and oh dear, am I getting caught here a little bit? Didn't see that, did you? Through winter we'll try and work our way gradually through quite a lot of the equipment. Wow, I can really feel the difference when you got a bit of weight on the back of this tractor here. Suddenly the snow and ice makes things quite slidey actually. But we'll just take it easy, we're not in a rush. The other thing I do want to do is we want to do some logging up in the forest. I've done a little bit, but not an awful lot in autumn, and It'll be good to get some more wood cut, even if we can't necessarily haul it out. But we'll take a quick look at the weather for the coming part of winter before I bring this down. So we're kind of looking okay overnight, but then it basically looks like, well, the following day, so that's the next part of early winter here, we're going to get more snow and it's going to be cold. But then it's actually going to warm up and turn a little bit to rain, and it actually looks like we're never really getting much below minus 2-3 degrees Celsius, obviously. On the maximums, I guess on the minimum temperature we are going to get some minus 7s potentially. That I assume will be the overnight temperature instead. So there's going to be a mixture of snow and a bit of overcast and some rain. So I think we should be fine to get up and do some logging as well. As long as it doesn't snow completely crazy, that should be okay. I probably should have put a weight on the front of this T7. It seems to be struggling a little bit here in the snow with the weight on the back, but we're not going far. But as I'm bringing this second plough down into the workshop, this is pretty much the end of the episode. It's probably a little bit shorter than some of the other ones, obviously, because there isn't quite as much going on the farm. It won't be too long until we start producing some milk as well, so some of our hard-earned cash here will have to go into a milk tank so we can get milk shipped down to the dairy as well. So it's in perfect condition. €2. Well, so we spent €902 on some big bags and a very cheap repair for plough today, and we made hundreds of thousands of euros on selling some grain. And I will be continuing to sell a bit more, so if you come back for the next episode, you'll see where we are, how much we got out of that grain, or a good part of it at least. But with a lovely new shiny repaired plough, it's thank you very much for this time. Thank you for watching. If you do like the videos, please do consider hitting that like button, or consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoy the content. But for now, thank you very much from Overcoat Gaming, and see you again soon.